man, make the youth them know say righteousness, no? True order them have a practice, no slackness. Yo, yo, yo. Jah Mason now bless them. Well, the Rasta never stoop low, no time. The bingy so livicated them, but for you just a divine never. Bow down no day, bow down to what unto who no way. Never bow no time. Bingy so livicated them, but for you just a divine time. Never bow no day, bow down to what unto who no way.
Greetings and welcome to Jesse I Interviews. I'm Jesse I, and I produce this podcast on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people of the Kulin Nation in the city now known as Melbourne, Australia. This episode features Jah Mason, an artist that I was a huge fan of from the days of his early 7-inch singles, long before he'd released a single album or even had a serious hit song. I've had a lot to do with him over the years, even promoting a few live shows with him here in Melbourne, so I've interviewed him a number of times over the years. For this episode of the podcast, I'm going to focus on the first 2 interviews with Jah Mason that I did, starting with the very first in 1999. The file for this interview was saved on my computer as Jah Mason Interview 99 Raw, and that seems very fitting as this one is definitely raw. As always, I'm presenting it here totally unedited, leaving in the false starts, the awkward miscommunications, and all of my cringy yes-eyes. When I recorded this in 1999 via telephone, I'd been collecting his records for a couple years already and buying everything I could find. On a worldwide scale, he was not really a well-known artist at this time, but I was still as excited to speak to him as anyone I'd actually interviewed to that point. I even stayed up until the early hours of the morning to record this one, making use of the production studio at SRA-FM at RMIT, long after everybody had gone home for the night. Let's get into it. A young Jesse I interviews Jah Mason back in 1999.
Yeah, man, Jah Mason, I tell them so what you know. Straight to Zion. Yo. Freedom of speech, no? Message must have reach. And you tell them, say, well, them coulda slip, them coulda slide, them coulda run, them can't hide. Still I see I control our side. Well, them coulda flip, them coulda flop, them try climb up on the top, then drop off. Emmanuel and Marcus are guide. Slip, them coulda slide, them coulda run, them can't hide. Still I see I control our side. Well, them coulda flip, them coulda flop, them try climb up on the top, then drop off. Emmanuel and Marcus are guide.
All right, can you still hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yes, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I do a radio show here in Melbourne, Australia, called Chant Down Babylon. So we play
Down Babylon, saying?
Yes, we play strictly conscious reggae here. We play your tunes every week.
Man, first I must say greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Empire Celestial first. Rastafari, you know?
Okay, 1 second. Well, I just got to start recording. Now we're going, Jah Mason. So I'll just introduce it like we're on radio, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. Right now, via his mobile phone from the States, I've got Jah Mason on the phone. Jah Mason, welcome to Chant Down Babylon.
Yeah, man. Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Empire Celestial. You know, greetings Australia, yeah, man. Greetings to Chant Down Babylon too. I don't know all of the Chant Down Babylon, you know?
Yes, Well, we're going to start right at the beginning, if you don't mind. Maybe you can tell us, what is your full name, Jah Mason?
My full name?
Yes,
Yeah, man. My full name is Andre still, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed on your records it's usually a credit to A. Johnson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Johnson, you know?
Yes, So you write most of your own songs then?
Huh?
You write most of your own songs, I take it?
If I write them?
Yes,
All my songs, I write all of them.
Right. I love your lyrics.
All the songs I sing?
Yes,
Yeah, man, I write all of them.
So how do your songs come about?
Well, it's just the songs come about by the everyday happenings, you know?
Right. Okay. So, whereabouts in Jamaica were you born?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, we just lost
Okay, should we start that from the...
communication, but we're on the right track again, you know?
All right, can we start that from the top again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you can start from the top again.
Okay. Right now, via mobile phone from the States, I've got Jah Mason on the phone. Jah Mason, welcome to Chant Down Babylon.
Yeah, man, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I you know. Greetings, Astela. Greetings, and to chant on Babylon, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, man, because the whole will come to chant on Babylon still, you know.
right. It's great to have you with us
Babylon
here.
is them bad doings and them deeds and them happenings, you know.
Right.
That's how we see Babylon and how we view Babylon, you know.
Mm.
Babylon don't specific black or white or whatever. From your doing dirty deeds and you're sowing dirty seeds, you're seen as Babylon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Right. Well, we deal with Strictly Conscious here, and we be playing new music every single week. So, we'd like to give our listeners a whole history on Jah Mason. And so, if you don't mind, we might start at the beginning here. So, what exactly is your full name, Jah Mason?
Yeah, man. And my full name is Andre Johnson still.
Right. And you DJ under the name Jah Mason. Where did that name come from?
Well, Jah Mason is the builder for righteousness, you know? So you see, I speak of righteousness, so it's like we're building it on a spiritual levels, you know?
Right.
The words would be like the bricks, you know?
Right.
Yeah, man, and I is the foundation, you know?
Respect.
Yeah, man.
So whereabouts in Jamaica were you born?
Yeah, I was born in Jamaica. I was born in Manchester.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about where you grew up? What it was like growing up there?
Well, it was like any ordinary, you know, like the majority youths grow up. That's how I grew up, because life in Jamaica is not no bed of roses, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, you just grow up like a little warrior, and you just see the everyday happenings and the everyday method that them implement. So you even have to come sing about it or chant about it or speak about it or in which way, whatever way they want to put it, you see me?
Mm-hmm. And so you've been at it for a while, but you're still quite young. How old are you, Jah Mason?
Well, right now I'm 27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you first enter the reggae world and start taking up the mic?
Well, when I first started recording, then I mean.
Yes, I.
Because that's when when you start record. Even nowadays, you don't even have to start record for people to recognize you. Because tapes go all over the world and CDs and etc. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been recognized from around in the early 90s. You see me, I say?
Okay.
Like 90, 91. You know?
Okay.
On tapes and video cassette and stuff like that. But like we start recording from 92.
Okay.
Doing original recording.
Right. And how did you get your first break in the recording studio? Who sort of took you in there?
Well, I was living in a place named Portland, and my friend took me over to Junior Reed. And I was around there for like a month before I start recording. I was even sleeping around there.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to record so much. And till one day he just finally recorded me.
Right. And he released that tune under the name Perry Mason, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I think
that was the first single.
Right.
That's my first single. A single called Selassie, I hear a name me a call.
Yes, I have that song. That's a very nice tune.
Yeah, man. So that for sure you say, I don't know, catch crop thing. It's from the beginning. We start this when I go halfway through. You see me, I say?
Right.
It's what RDN, you know, we are put out, you know?
Okay.
Because only two things can RDN, you know. It's only good or bad can RDN, you know. It's either you come speak of the good or you come speak of the bad. Or either you come live the good or you come live the bad. You see it?
Yes, I.
Yeah, man.
Now, I've noticed that most of your singles, the writing credits go to yourself, so you write all your own songs.
Huh?
You write all your own songs, I take it?
If I write my own songs?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, I wrote all of them, and all of them was written by Jah Mason.
Right.
I have the rights to all of them.
You have some very good lyrics, some of the best sort of...
All those powerful words.
Very good, some powerful stuff indeed. How do those songs come about?
Huh?
How do those songs come about? Where does your inspiration come from?
Well, as I said before, it's from the everyday happenings, and all songs come from the Almighty, you know, Haile Selassie, you know.
Right.
Prophet, the priest, and the king, you know.
Yes, I.
Yeah, man.
So you're a Bobo Rasta, correct?
Yeah, you know.
Okay. And when did you know that was the path for you to walk? When did you turn to that side?
Well, as from the everyday happenings, and as I tell you, it's two roads, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see that you're going to choose the right road or you're going to choose the wrong road. So it was just one road to choose and one road to live.
Mm.
So Rasta is not just a religion as well, but that's a Rasta. For me, Rasta is an organization, you know.
Right.
So we deal with organization, organize and centralize, and repatriation and reparation.
Yes, I. The guiding star.
So Rasta is not really a style, because enough you just dread up them head and them not really know the live and them not really sing the live and them not get the live, you see me I say?
Right.
Yeah. So Rasta is just a live and a road and a life.
Mm.
So it's either you going to live Rasta life or you're going to live the other life.
Right.
You see me?
Yes, I.
Real.
Well, there's been a real resurgence of Rasta in the dance hall. It's really in these 90s, the last few years, Rasta has really made a big return, and you're a big part of that.
Well, speaking of dancehall.
Yes.
Well, I don't have nothing with dancehall, nothing against dancehall, you know, from whoever dealing with dancehall chanting the right thing, because I even go on the dancehall rhythm and giving the people righteousness.
Yeah.
Nothing, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong.
It still teach the youth them.
Yes.
What it teach them in a, like, dear manner, you see me I say?
Yes, I.
Because maybe if you give them it on the original way,
Mm-hmm.
although they still get it in the original way, but the real authentic way then, them will run from it and hide from it, so we give it to them in, no care if they run from it this way, we give it to them another way, you see me?
Yes, I. Yeah,
Man.
one of the things I really love about your songs, Jah Mason, is the fact that they can be very, very fast and very intense, and you can really dance to them in the dance hall, but they're still very rootsy. You got,
They're very energetic, you know?
Yes, I. But at the same time, still very rootsy. You know, songs like Slip and Slide, them having them want money and a rum down. They're just very fast, very intense, but still they got a lot of guts, a lot of roots to them.
Real.
Yes, I. What sort of rhythms do you like writing the most?
Huh?
What sort of rhythms do you like the most? Do you like the slower ones or the quick, or you like them all?
No, I like the rhythms, the meditation rhythms that people can stop, you know, and listen to that one. And it's really, we like the fast beat, but the fast beat just goes on for a while and then it fades.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the slow beat,
Mm-hmm.
the original, authentic rhythm,
Yes, I.
like the studio ones and stuff,
Yes, I. Love it.
you have to sit and meditate those rhythm and listen to words.
Yes.
But the words is more flowing, more flower.
Yes, I.
Most people can overstand it, you know what I'm saying?
Respect indeed, yes. Tunes like Never Bow, Empty Barrel. I played Empty Barrel on my radio show this very night. Very nice stuff. So, are there any producers that you've especially liked working with?
Well, no, I don't. I'm not specific. I'm a free man, you know?
Yes, I.
So, to me, a bubble still, me a free man, so I work with anyone.
Okay.
You see me? So, me I deal with upfulness, I deal with loyalness.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Right. Well, are there any other artists that you've sort of have influenced your career, or what artists do you respect and admire?
Well, I don't really admire. I just see the artists right now that we know that going all the way out and have gathering the people, you know, keep it on the profit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, them you have the music, control it.
Right.
As music is concerned, that's music right there, you know.
Right.
And I am in the same house, David House.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you did two fantastic songs with Jah Cure, Run Come Love Me and Working So Hard.
Yeah.
How did you hook up with Jah Cure?
Well, all of us is in David House, me and Jah Cure and Military Man and Jah Thunder and You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's David House and Prophet, you know?
Right. I've always been a very big supporter of Jah Cure's music, so I was very sad to hear that he was put in prison earlier this year on charges of rape.
But
And
he's coming out soon, though.
is he?
Yeah, he'll be out soon.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
as a friend of Jah Cure, do you have any thoughts on what happened to him?
If I have any what?
Do you have any thoughts on what happened to him as a friend? You know, what did you think about what happened?
We all know that was a setup.
Yes, I.
Yeah.
I heard that Jah Cure was speaking at a stage show about the authorities trying to set him up for speaking the righteous words, and so you definitely think Jah Cure was set up? Was Babylonian set up?
Yeah. It was after they was trying to hold two other artists. They was trying after Capleton and after Sizzler, but they know what they're doing.
Right.
It's a setup, man. I'm telling you, King.
Right. And so, who do you think it's the government or who is setting them up?
Yeah, it's the government because we go out so much to put the fire on the government and the extreme. We go to the extreme.
Yes.
We don't hold it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From you living wrong and you supporting wrong, the fire is on you literally. But it's because they don't overstand the fire, because the fire is for the purging and the purification. When them hear we say we burn fire, them say Jah Mason a burn enough fire, Sizzler a burn fire, Capleton a burn fire. The fire, without the fire, you cannot live. Because the fire is the element where you can't go on the fire. Fire living in every man. Without the fire, you cannot live. Without the fire, there is no light, there is no electricity. There is no governing. You see me, I say everything locked down. Without the fire, you can't drink a cup of tea, you can't eat no food. So you have to live with the fire. So the fire is for the purging and the purification. So it's just the people them to overstand the fire when we are burn the fire. You see me, I say?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I know. It's nice to have you explain that because there's been a lot of controversy over the Fire Bun lyrics. I know people like Morgan Heritage, Shabba Ranks have been sort of hitting back against the Fire Bun, but
yeah.
It's nice to have that explained for us. Well, one thing I heard though, I heard that there was some talk of Sizzler said burn all the white people in Jamaica apparently at a Sumfest. Do you know anything about that?
If they do what?
Apparently Sizzler at Sumfest last year or earlier this year said fire burn all the white people in Jamaica. Did you hear anything about those statements? He said apparently very controversial.
I never hear anything about that.
Okay. So what can we...
It's not like that. Maybe some people take it the other way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't burn white people. I love white people, but I burn the white world.
Yes, I.
See me?
Right.
The bad philosophy and those people who come change round and come infiltrate on them. I don't have nothing against white people. We love white people. You see me, I say, me personally. Because white people have to listen to my music and come tell me, say, yo, them love that because them live there, them want to see the youth them a generate. Because even them have to come live like we. You see me, I say?
Yes, I. There's one blood.
I'm go all over the world and I see white people, I tell people, say, His Majesty, they are the Almighty. So, I can't burn white people. You see me?
Yes, I.
You see me, I say, Jah?
Yes, I. So,
Yeah,
so what can we expect from Jah Mason in the future? What have you got in store for us?
You can expect a lot because there's a brand new album coming out December for the millennium.
Okay.
And there are a couple of singles well released out there that you don't even get those as yet.
Okay.
Some release in New York here. I gotta get a couple copies still.
Okay. Yes, I. That'd be very good.
Yeah, because you didn't get one named Guidance.
I've heard Guidance.
Huh?
I've heard that song, Guidance.
You got it?
I got that one already. Very nice tune. Be spinning that on airwaves already.
Songs is released right now.
Okay. So who have you recorded your album, the CD with?
It's this brethren of mine that live in New York.
Okay. So whereabouts are you at the moment? Are you over there in New York?
It's on a... Yeah, I'm in New York right now because I came to do a show in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, blessed Jah Mason, thank you very much for taking the time out to speak to us and all the callers here. It's been fantastic.
Real.
Right. Do you have any words of wisdom to leave for the Australian Massive?
Huh?
Do you have any words of wisdom to leave the Australian Massive?
Yeah, man, just make the youth them know, say, no care who them is, black or white, just stay strong, you know? Haile Selassie is the Almighty and the first, and them to know, so them to come know that. And just come live that, royalness that deal with around here, you know? So we just want to see the royal living and the real authentic living.
Right.
And the real love, we want to see that. You see me, I say? Yeah, man, so that's more strength, you know? Chant down Babylon said speed, you know?
Yes, I.
Yeah, man.
Well, just there's a couple questions I meant to ask you, Jah Mason. I wanted to ask you, are there any of your songs which you like particularly? What stands out for you?
Well, there's so much songs, man. It's just, yeah, no, right now, there's so much songs I do and so much songs that is not recorded as yet, and there's so much because I just work on music. That's me, you know, I just keep it flowing.
Right. Well, we'll be hoping to hear more. Hey, one of the songs I really like from you is Al Kibulan, but can you explain for us what exactly that means?
Al Kibulan, all right. Al Kibulan means the first.
Right.
The first people in Africa, even before there was Africa, that was the first name. Al Kibulan, Asian Kush. You see me?
Yes, sir.
So that's why when I say Al Kibulan, Ancient Ethiopia, so many names and them go call it Africa. You see me, I say?
Right.
Al Kibulan are the first. And you hear about Al Kibulan, it is, you see creation then. You see me?
Okay. Another one of the tunes I really like from you is Hard Mama Work. Is that
man.
Is it you singing about your mother there?
Yeah, man.
Is there?
Especially for my mother, you know?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, I can't take up too much of your time. I was wondering before you go, could I get you to record a couple little quick jingles for my radio show?
Yeah, I'm recording it now.
Okay.
I want to talk to you after the year.
Okay.
When I finish, I want to get some numbers and things.
For sure. But while we're running here, I've still got it recording. So do you want to give me some quick jingles?
What the radio station name again?
It's I got two radio stations here in Melbourne. One is called PBS FM.
PDS?
That's right.
PDS?
Yep, Public Broadcasting Service, PBS FM.
PDS FM.
That's right. And my name is Jesse I.
Huh?
My name is Jesse I.
Juki I?
Jesse I. Jesse. Like Jesse.
Jeffy?
Yes. Jesse I.
Jeffy I.
That's right.
Yeah, I know it. Alright, you heard it, because we want to do it official. So you couldn't call me back
Okay.
like next 2 hours.
In the next 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's actually, it's 3:30 in the morning over here, 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So you want me to call you back in about, I'll have to go to bed sometime soon. I got to get up and go to work in a few hours.
Yeah, man, so you call me the next 2 hours then, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and we just line up everything for you.
Okay, that'd be wicked.
Alright, King.
All right, I'll speak to you soon, Jah Mason.
Yeah, you have to give me some information and some numbers and stuff, man.
Okay, so can I call you in about an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, man.
Okay, thank you, Jah Mason.
Yeah, man.
Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah. Let us guide our own destiny. A race without authority and power is a race without respect. Jah Mason now look and tell them say terrible things. Say true them no know where them going and where them come from. Long time me they yarn and ya true jalan. Know where them going and where them come from. Man I hear Saint Al-Kibulan and then me tell them Al-Kibulan. Hear Saint Ethiopia. So many names them all go call it Africa. Baba, black sheep, we the fool them a utter. Cause I'm a four parents and son take it make pillar. Send it all pan the lane and pan the villa. Tell me say, them a no hear son killer.
Jesse I interviews Jah Mason for the first time back in 1999. I don't think you really got the point I was trying to make at the end there. that it was already the early hours of the morning and I didn't really want to wait around until 5 or 5:30 in the morning to call him back. I may have done that though, as I do have jingles from him that he voiced over the phone from this night. I was certainly not lacking in commitment back in those days. Speaking of commitment, I actually went above and beyond sometime soon after this interview, and I created a Jah Mason fan site on the web, modelled loosely on the Anthony B fan site run by the American Daniel Frankston, who also ran the early reggae website ireggae.com. The website I put up had audio of the interview together with a written transcript and a Jah Mason discography that had audio samples of all his singles. I didn't have much contact with Jah Mason after this interview though, as international phone calls were so expensive back in those days and it was kind of hard to justify without a clear purpose. The next time I would speak to Jah Mason properly was in July 2003 on what was my second trip to Jamaica. From memory, this interview wasn't planned, we just happened to bump into him when we were checking out Anchor Studio where he happened to be. He was hanging around the studio with some other lesser-known Rasta artists, including Moses I, who makes an appearance towards the end of this one. I remember feeling like Jah Mason wasn't quite as open as I expected him to be, especially given that I'd been running the website for a few years and he knew who I was. He wasn't exactly standoffish, but he was a little bit cooler than I expected, and a little less talkative than I might have hoped. And maybe it didn't really help that it was an unplanned interview too. Still, listening back to this one while getting it ready for the podcast, I did enjoy it. It didn't double up too much from the first one. He sings a bit towards the end as well, which is always great. It's interesting to hear just how different we both sound compared to the first one. I sound a lot more natural, no more tinge of the American accent I once had in my teens, and he sounds a lot more relaxed too, and less shouty than he did on the phone in the first interview. Anyway, have a listen for yourself. Jesse I interviews Jah Mason in Kingston, Jamaica back in July 2003.
Keep us forever, the wheat and tears grow together. You got to have love forever.
The voice. I want to know what we look like in Australia, you know? So them have more urge when they talk about the show. You know?
Yeah, but it's weird because, like, you know, we listen to reggae music 24/7 and know all the artists' voice, but then we get to the studio and if a man doesn't say anything, we don't know who he is. You know, because we never see pictures, we never see videos, we don't see anything.
We can put a face to the music now.
Yeah. It's like, you know, like yesterday, sitting in a room with Chuck Fender and Turman walks in, and you know, I think he looks familiar, but I can't think it's Turman because I haven't seen him enough times, you know. All right, this is all sweet. Yeah, so I'll just read a little intro like it's for radio, but I'll edit it up before it goes there. So, right now I'm at Anchor Studio in Kingston, Jamaica, alongside the man called Jah Mason. Jah Mason, thank you for joining us on Chant Down Babylon.
Yeah, man, give thanks, Jesse. You don't know, give thanks to the giving of thanks, give thanks to the royalness, you know.
Yes.
Thanks to the togetherness, you know, and the oneness, yeah.
Right, we spoke to you on the show about 3 years ago or so, but a lot's happened in that time, I guess. But for those people that didn't hear the show 3 years ago,
still the same Jah Mason, man.
Yeah.
Same 3 years, whether 3 years, 3 million years. Me same way, you know. Even when them say a man pass, you know, I ain't even gonna pass. When I believe in a pass out, you see, our children, you know. So we must still then on earth said we.
yeah.
You know, so that's why we have to do good work so it can continue, and this they keep hearing good generation after generation, you know?
True.
You know? Children's, you know?
Yeah.
children's, you know?
Each one teach
Yeah,
one.
man, yeah, man.
Well, for those people that didn't hear the interview, maybe we'll start at the beginning and just a little background on where you were born, what life was like growing up for you.
Yeah, well, you don't know. I'm not born in the country like any regular man, you know? And life was regular just like everyone else, you know. At times it was hard, at times it was nice, so, you know. And we survived the Gideon, you know. We're still surviving because it's all about survival.
What about your family? Like your...
Yeah, man, I have my immediate family and then I have my biological family and plus my earthly family and I family said we. So I say so.
Same.
I just one family. When we say family in this time, I see everyone as I family. You see me?
Yeah.
Because they say that's family, because we all are one family and we have one father.
Yeah.
You see me?
If you take it back,
Yeah.
take it back far enough. Your
Yeah, man,
grandfather's father's 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 father's
Yeah, man.
father's
So I just,
same father.
that's what them call it, human being. And we are one family, we are here. So who is here and who is alive, we are one family. So that's celebrate life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Every day.
See?
And wait till the door closes. It's too loud. Go around the other side or something.
I'm just gonna rock it back, man.
All right. Well, talking about the early days, Jah Mason in the music business, going back to Perry Mason. Can you tell us about the early days?
No, not going back to Perry Mason. You want to know from Perry Mason to Jah Mason?
What about to Perry Mason? Where
Well,
that
Perry
come
Mason was just
from? A one tune?
entering the music. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really conscious about the name, and you know, because every name project an energy, as we all say, as we all know. You see me? I say so. When I say Perry Mason, and Perry Mason, when I checked it, it never really project the energy that I was pushing.
Right.
So I said I have to change it from Perry to Jah.
Yeah.
And I have Jah Mason. So I'm a builder for righteousness, you know, so I just keep building, and that's the energy it projects. So I just keep it building and keep on building and never stop building.
Right. What about your first tune? How did you actually come to record that first tune?
Yeah, well, I recorded my first song in JR Production, Junior Reed, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
And how, in order to get that first tune, how hard did you have to work to voice that first tune?
I never really work hard, but it took that time for people to assist me.
Right.
And I remember that I was around,
Yeah.
because I was there, but I wasn't really being assist, or because you know you're a new artist, no one really know you and stuff like that. You have to like shop around, working.
Yeah.
So someone can say he has an interest or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't really an interest alone for me, it's an interest and it's also a live. So I livicated myself to it, because we know I had that work to do, this work I'm doing right now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did have to deal with it and carry on and go through with it, isn't it?
So where did it go from there? From Junior Reed?
It went there, from on
over.
there, on and on.
Yeah.
It was 4 wings of the earth.
Yeah.
It went on to now. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just cut it short and said that from there on to now.
Right.
Mm.
Last time we talked a little bit about rhythms and the difference between a heartbeat rhythm and the jump up bashment. And obviously the music's changed in the last 3 years since we spoke. The rhythms like the Diwali coming in, sort of a different sound. Back then it was more like the Balias. What do you think about the way rhythms have changed in the last few years in Jamaica?
Well, let me tell you now. See the way I look at it, if not whatever rhythm they come with, me as a chanter still, me a chant said way, you know, to send out the righteous words, righteousness me I deal with. But how I look at it is like, the rhythms is like when you know every year they come out with a new car, you know? So that's how they deal with that kind of rhythm.
Yep.
So every time they have a new rhythm, you know?
Production line.
Yeah, so they like build it and then they shop it, and you know the whole promotion and the rhythm stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I just they say it, but
Okay. What about the you released a couple tunes with the Luster Kings family over in
yeah, man, in California.
Yeah. How did
Yeah,
that
man.
link up come about?
Yeah, well, I went to go California, I got do a tour, a East Coast tour, West Coast
Yeah.
tour, you know, Seattle, California, you know, and they call down that side, down by Cancer Man and them.
I don't know it too well.
Okay. Yeah, man.
What about like Pow Pow out of Germany.
Yeah, man.
The shanty
We do some
town,
work with Pow Pow.
Wicked
too.
tune on that rhythm.
Yeah.
How did that? Is that from touring in Europe?
Yeah, man. I'm like the vibes. It's just from listening to records and listening to songs.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
they
and,
making-
he's a producer, so he
Right.
came here and
I came in voice
link
out
up and voice here.
here.
and-
Right, right. That's a wicked rhythm, though.
Yeah, man.
Right. Trying to think of questions I didn't ask already. Not going too much old ground.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Everything is all good so far. Jah Mason is just Jah Mason, you know?
mm,
Man of right is God. Man of wrong is Satan, you know?
yeah.
I'm a man of right, you know? So, but let's keep it like that and keep it real. It's not a material thing or it's just a live. You know?
Yeah.
So I keep it like that.
Yeah. Keep it like that.
Yeah.
Keep it like that. So what have you been working on lately? Is just more
Same
tunes?
way, yeah,
Same-
man. I have an album I come out November, man. Name Life, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's good.
With some crazy tracks on it, you know?
Yeah.
Aye, honorable.
It's good to see
Yeah,
you
man.
finally get some albums out. Like, you
I
release
have some tracks like Life is just so joyful, living it so clean, giving eyes is every day. You know what life it mean. Life mean spiritually, physically, mentally, practically. Gave I life originally. No for them go dwell up in a folly, them go dilly and go dally. Give way for them one in the alley. You so get this officially, don't put yourself on naturally. Jah gave I life Italy. Yo, this a no manipally, you're the days them we alley. Yo, then Rastafari no, me no ramp, me no play. El Selassie night and day. Celebrate life and your alley. Yo, life so sweet and me see it. Look how food they have to eat. Now give away me life in a no alley. Yo, life is just so joyful, living it so clean. Yeah, the one that
Jah Mason.
one of the track where feature up on the Life album, you know?
Yeah.
The one that's coming out November.
Right. So it's good to finally see some albums released. Seems like in the last
Yeah,
year.
man.
you've got a
Yeah,
couple
because
albums
we have
released.
Keep Your Joy release and
Yeah.
we have Unlimited, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
Unlimited. One of those is like Ghetto Tech.
Yeah, man.
Productions.
That's Keep Your Joy.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I
And
want to go on good. Yeah.
Another one, Reggae Vibes.
Yeah, man, Reggae
Right.
Vibes.
What about the next album?
Yeah, it'll come out now.
What label? Who are you working with on that? one?
Carry on.
Carrying. Wicked.
Yeah, man.
Well, one tune I want to ask you about. One of the best tunes for us in about the last sort of 6 months or so on the Henfield label. Cool It Down.
One day you them fi just cool it down.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little about that tune?
Well, it's just all about from the everyday survival, whatever you see or visually what's going on.
Mm.
You know?
But for those people in Australia that don't know what the vibes are like in Jamaica, they
Well,
don't know how
it could
things
be in
get hot.
Australia also. It's a universal song.
Mm.
Wherever youths are that acting wild or, you know,
Yeah.
dealing with it thuggish as way that they would call it in Jamaica, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's all about that. So we're just asking the youth them, yeah, we know you have your thing and man I talk, but keep it on a level, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the disciplinary order, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love in that tune. I also getting away from the lyrics to some of the vocal tones you use. It's
Yeah.
deep, growl, gruff.
Yeah.
delivery.
Well, it's all about the expression, you know?
Mm.
Inner expression. The way how I feel, that's the way I express myself. you know?
Right. So some tunes you sing, some tunes you DJ. Just
Yeah,
how you feel
yeah,
on the
it's
particular
just,
rhythm
you
is
know,
expression.
Whether I sing it or whether I DJ it, I just say I chant, you know? It's
Yeah.
just a cry, you know?
Right.
Yeah, man. And I utterance them is a cry. You know, literally have to be tears, but it's a yawn, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a... I don't cry for myself alone, you know?
Yeah.
Ones and ones, you know? I speak for people.
Yeah.
Speak with the people, you know? Yeah, so it's just a cry. It's a world cry.
Right.
Not an island cry, you know?
Mm.
Continental. Yeah.
Well, for the people back down under in Australia, do you have any message you'd like to pass on? Obviously, the message is in the music, every single song, but is there anything you want to say directly to the people listening back in Australia?
Well, as we always say, you know? Just stay focused. be yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Love yourself and love thy neighbor as thyself, you know. Man of right is God, man of wrong is Satan, you know. Jah rules and reigneth in the heart of all flesh. Yeah.
Yes.
So, that's it there.
All right. Jah Mason, thanks very much for joining us again on Chanter in Babylon.
Last year.
Maximum respect.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Maximum.
Moment is right.
What was this? It works best if it's about a foot away.
Yeah.
That too close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be
Hey, yeah.
about like that.
You ready? Ready? So well we burn them in the morning, in the noon and in the evening. Jesse burn them in the night time too. Me burn them in the morning, noon and evening. Burn them in the morning dew. Yeah man, you don't know this is Jah Mason tuning in to Chant Down Babylon with Jesse I, Ras Crucial on 106.7 PBS FM, Melbourne, Australia. You don't know, keep it in tune, don't change the dial. Selassie I. Me shut up one more there. Ready? Yo, me see how them a go on. One thing them can defeat me. Emmanuel preserve and keep me. Just see how them a go on. And them can defeat me. Slash it tread 40 man and him reach me. Me see how them a go on. And them can defeat me. Selassie I preserve and keep me. Me see how them a go on. Wait, them can defeat me. Slash it tread 40 man and him reach me. Say watch how them a go long, on them a go on. So somebody shout out and say just see them born. So kicking and flipping and just creating up a storm. So yeah. You don't know this is Jah Mason tuning in to Chant Down Babylon with Jesse I, Ras Crucial, 106.7 PBS FM. Yeah man, Melbourne, Australia. You don't know Rastafari. Keep it blessed. Jah Mason said that. Yeah man. Blazing.
Wicked. Yeah, that's perfect.
Alright, me shot one more, the Trinity. Alright. Well, me want the youth them fit the school it down. Then too much war a go on a country and town. Then Jesse want them fit the school it down. Then the brr blam blam, that is the gun sound. And me want the youth them fit the school it down. Too much war a go on in a Australia town. And me want the youth them fit us. Alright? Yeah man, keep it like that. I like that. Cool it down. Chant Down Babylon Originals radio station. Jesse I, Ras Crucial, 106.7 PBS FM. Don't know, Australia. Stop that! You know, this is a senseless killing them a create. You know, give life on your take. Rastafari, hey. I want the youth them fit the school it down. Too much war a wanna country and town, hey. I want the youth them fit the school it down. Hey, the brr blam blam blam, that's a the gun sound, hey. So me want the youth them fit the school it down. Hey, too much war a wanna country and town. So tell the youth them fit the school it down. Because the brr blam blam, that is the gun sound.
Jah Mason speaking to me there outside Anchor Recording Studio in Kingston back in July 2003. I have 2 more interviews recorded with Jah Mason, both recorded live to air on PBS in 2007 and 2011 respectively, but I think that's enough Jah Mason for one episode. I will come back to the other ones at some point though, as they're really well worth the listen in their own right. A big shout out to the Patreon supporters of the podcast, the Don Armageddon Time, the Real General Empress Irie, me Idrin Tom Tanaki and me Chargy DJ Pablito. If you want to support the podcast, you can become a patron at patreon.com/Jesse_I_interviews. Or if you're not in a position to become a patron, you can always just give the podcast a 5-star review on whatever podcast app you use. Apparently that really does help. Who knows? Thanks for tuning in. Eyes is every time.
Holy I, Selassie I, Jah Rastafari is the Almighty I. Rastafari liveth and rules and reign all over the earth, 4 wings, 4 corners. Yeah man, them should have known how to be good chant down sound Australia. You see me I say Melbourne. Yo Jesse I, them should have known royalness. You see me I say Yilal Bobo Shanti all 12 tribe. You know say a oneness, a one love. Yeah man, all Bingy I, you don't know. All Orthodox. Hey, that a Mason nothing. Bless them. You know, and the fire is the purification, so don't worry, don't need no fret now. Because the fire will be blazing, there will be burning, fire will be blazing. Yo, no
enough sound boy, them a empty barrel and a make the most nice. We now follow them true, so them no realize. Me accept the king and I'll go trample pride. I got them down to low again. Them a empty barrel and a make the most nice. Cause them now follow them true, so them no realize. Me accept the king and I'll go trample pride. Just see I cut them down to size. Cause enough of them a move and them now move wise. Them open them ears but them close up them eyes. Enough of them a wolf and me know them disguise. Them woulda stop me down my back. All pan the waist I decline pan Jacob's ladder. Enough of them a slide. Enough of them a you again. True them a empty barrel and a make the most nice. Now follow them truth and them no realize. Me accept the king and I go trample pride. Cause here I cut them down to. Them not gonna get them an empty barrel and I make the most nice. Now follow them truth and them no realize. We accept the king and I go trample pride. Cause here I cut them down to size. Tell them go and eat them fish and we go and eat the bommy. Them blackmail John and them we blackmail Sammy. Them can't ride me near Bambola give me finya me. No for them go bout just the holy one and me nah go touch them with me princess. What else with me granny? No for them a move and them a move silly. Some of them go grab chain, some of them go pick Billy. Police and soldier, up them in the alley. Tell me now, who for brains dilly dolly? Them a funny, them a empty barrel and a make the most nice. Now follow them truths and them no realize. Me accept me king, me a drop with pride. Jack wine cut them down to size. Yo, them a empty barrel and a make the most nice. Now follow them truths and them no realize. Me accept the king and I'll go drop with pride. Jack wine cut them down to size. No for them a move like them separate like eel. Emperor Selassie a me guide and see. Now tell no lie, now cap no plea. Yo, because he said no for them never real. And know everything glitter your feet jump say the real. Emperor Selassie I can bust this seven seal. Tell them Rastafari no beat it. Yo again them a empty barrel and I make the most nice. Now down now follow them, cause them no realize. We accept the king, we are trample pride. Just say ya cut them down to size. Tell them we